this for now, and viewers, let's move ahead to news now coming in from the US-Iran conflict. And now the United States Central Command has released a statement confirming that CENTCOM forces began launching the third round of strikes this week against Iran after Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps blatantly attacked MV GFS Galaxy, a Cyprus-flagged container ship transiting the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM stated a civilian crew member is missing and the vessel is unable to continue the journey due to an onboard fire and significant engineer room damage. Iran was provided yet another opportunity to demonstrate adherence to the Memorandum of Understanding after being held accountable for earlier attacks on commercial vessels, but has held that it failed again. It responded the US is imposing a heavy cost by continuing to degrade Iran's ability to attack civilian mariners and commercial ships freely transiting the strait. Those are the latest updates coming in from the US CENTCOM saying and confirming the third round of strikes against IRGC. Brian is joining us on this. Brian, of course, the CENTCOM says that it is because the US struck because of Iran striking the vessels there. What really is the real situation that we know of, the statements that are coming in from Iran as to what led to this re-escalation?
Yes, clearly the US has released fresh details of its latest military operation against Iran, saying US CENTCOM has completed its third round of strikes this week. Just a while back in response to Iran's attack on a commercial vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. According to CENTCOM, the detailed statement given where it stated that US forces carried out precision strikes on around 140 Iranian military targets using fighter aircrafts, drones and naval vessels operating from land and sea. Very importantly, the targets including missile launch sites, drone facilities, naval assets, ammunition storage depot, communication networks and coastal surveillance position, all aimed at weakening Iran's military capabilities along the Gulf coastline. US CENTCOM also said that over the course of 3 consecutive nights, the US military has struck more than 300 targets across Iran under orders from the commander-in-chief. The Pentagon also stated that the objective is to degrade Iran's ability to target civilian manners and commercial shipping at the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important maritime trade routes. Even the US military commercial shipping routes continue despite the tensions, with American forces also stating that they are helping ensure the safe passage of more than 800 commercial vessels carrying nearly 400 million barrels of crude oil through the Strait of Hormuz since early May. Very importantly, if we talk about the latest strikes, it marks a significant escalation also in the ongoing US-Iran confrontation, because Iran has also launched several attacks against US itself. So clearly, this is a major escalation going on. The IRGC has been issuing statements itself where they have even launched for
Brian, stay on. We have continuous updates coming in. I request you to keep coming back to me with those. Viewers, let's break the statement from the IRGC as well. Now, IRGC Navy has responded to the fresh US strikes on the country by announcing that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed until further notice and until US intervention in the region ends. The IRGC asserted that no vessel will be permitted to pass. They further added, "We will respond peacefully to any new aggression and will target additional enemy bases across the region. We were forced to fire warning shots at one vessel and stop it after it endangered maritime security by switching off its systems. Several vessels encouraged by foreign powers attempted hours ago to transit through an unauthorized route and ignored reported warnings to change course. We had already warned that foreign interference and the creation of an illegal shipping route through the Hormuz Strait would require decisive action. Responsibility for the consequences of the interference in the Strait of Hormuz lies with the American and Zionist enemy, along with the countries that have made their territory available for enemy bases." Brian, that's of course the statement from the IRGC Navy right now. What are we looking at ahead?
Kriti, let me give you an updated statement by the IRGC that has just come now. And yes, it has released a statement claiming responsibility of its latest retaliatory operation against US forces in the Middle East. According to IRGC, they've launched ballistic missiles targeting Prince Hassan Air Base in Jordan. And very importantly, this strikes are being described by Tehran as part of its response to the latest US military attacks on Iranian territory. The IRGC, however, does not mention the reported missiles and drone attacks on Bahrain, Qatar, or UAE. But yes, clearly the UAE have been seeing and intercepting many such attacks. Authorities in several Gulf nations are also on high alert, with air defense systems continuing to monitor and intercept potential threats. Meanwhile, even as of now, the situation in both the nations are going extremely volatile, where US is launching also rather launched overnight 140 Iranian targets, and now IRGC is also launching several targets, and even to the fact that Iranian army is also launching several attacks in Bahrain, if we talk about UAE or Qatar itself. So even right now also the situation looks extremely volatile. Yes.
Absolutely.